What do you have to say? 696-787-895, 650-127, 6 Katben says, Susan de Suite, Katben Ken, 6 Sansenkan, Sam Vincent.
Absolutely. I think the points coming from the caller is equally very, very important. That the issue of governance. But one of the general problem we have in Cameroon is this problem of governance. Concerning education and the system of education or whatsoever be the case is part of it. But I said that we should not say it's only teachers or it's only the government or it's only parents or it's only the children. It's a shared responsibility. We need to make people to understand that everything should not be kept on the hand of the government or in the hand of the teachers or the hand of the parents. I said here that it's important that they make it obligatory for religion to be a subject in secondary school, in all the school at the basic level. It should be a full subject like every other subject like mathematics and whichever subject should be equal. It should not be a situation where they will say there will be a class for morality once a week. It will not make any sense because I know that they have never been in. I don't know if maybe in religious institutions or educational where maybe Catholic or so on. I don't know if it is there. It is important that it should be part of it, and the government too should equally do everything possible to ensure that we have the teachers or the school establishment have the necessary subventions that's also given to them to ensure that all the teachers at the private, especially at the one at the private sector are of standard. They should be well paid. Everything should be done. Even those who are on those schools, most proprietors should do everything possible to pay these teachers well. They should go in collaboration with the government, and after the government have done that, they need to make sure that they continue to supervise them, to ensure that these teachers and some of these schools are paid to standard. Although some of these things are only to limit some of these irregularities that we're witnessing today. Because normally a teacher who has gone out there to teach out of vocation or out of that passion or that profession, whatsoever be the case, even if you have 1,000 from a salary, the teacher will do everything possible to make sure that you give the best. Because when you provide the best out of nothing, it's very obvious that even everybody is watching at you. There are some students inside there, or some of the teachers, collaborators, or even the proprietor of that school is watching at you. Sometimes don't know whether relating that because they are paying me low, I have to go and sell marks, or I have to give marks to students and take money, marks to students and take marks and take money. I have to do this, I have to do that. I have to have money because I'm not being paid well paid and so on and so on. Those things I will not tell you anyway. When you stick on your profession and you're passionate about it, you concentrate and do the right one you're supposed to do. Even God in heaven is watching at you. Don't be surprised that you have a promotion that you never expected. So we should not so you realize that all of those who are even trying to run above their shadow, they end up being the last. It's not because you have given marks to somebody, as soon as someone has given 150,000, you think that 150,000 will help you on anything. Most often, this kind of money doesn't even help you. But the 1,000 that were given to you as prime the excellence or a teacher, or maybe a proprietor can organize a ceremony and said, no, this teacher has been one of my best teachers since he started teaching. It's true that his salary is so low, but he has been offering the best as a teacher. Means that the person really have passion on that, what the person is doing. So it's important that the teachers should embrace their profession, hopefully love their profession and do the best out of it, and equally ensure that children, they give the best to their children at home. They should not spend their times either in bar or making some slogans that are not necessary at homes. It contributes a lot to some of these things that are done by the children at home. Sometimes a child will come back at home today, except at the one at the basic or the nursery and the primary school level. You see, you want to do something, the teacher will say no, that their madam said that they should not be doing this kind of thing. But if the madam said and she understands that that's why it's also be done, and she realized that you as a parent or the father or the mother, you are doing that thing that the madam said they should not do it. Then if mentions here of the fact that the child easily learn from practice and not from the theory, what is being told in school, easily learn from there. You will easily learn from what the child is seeing every day. So the parents will have a great responsibility. We do not say that no, since we have sent our children to school, we are paying 500,000 from our school fees. Everything is supposed to be done at the level of the school. No, they equally have a serious role to play. They have a serious role to play in regard to that. So we should not keep on blaming our teachers. After all, I will say continue to commend our teachers here because the teachers have been doing an excellent work. They are doing a lot of things because all of us are what we are today thanks to these teachers.
Correct.
Yes, so they deserve the highest respect in this country. But I think it's one of the best profession that we are jealous of, and we should give them that priority. The government and the private sector to do everything possible to give them that, to give them the value, all community to give them the value that they deserve. So when I see somebody saying that maybe insulting or a teacher or treating a teacher maybe because they think that
shabby manner,
you have a profession that is of ordinary level or whatsoever, and you're having a higher salary than teacher or having more advantage than teacher, I think that the teacher doesn't have any value. It doesn't make any sense to me. So these people need to be respected at what they are doing. That they are doing an excellent work in this country. So we should not say that they have to do all our work for us. No, we have our own role to do, and the government to have a role to play. So we should not play with teachers in this country, because if these teachers are well treated, sometimes some of them are not. As I said, that some of those people are not well doing their work well, maybe because they are teaching with hunger. They have a lot of problems, all these things. But so they need to equally differentiate between their personal life and their professional life, because there's sometimes some of the problem will come out of that. Because I don't create a problem that you take a problem from your home and go with it to class. You see a teacher treating a child, maybe a child poorly. Some of this insult are being given by the teachers, not even by some of the teachers, and not even by the parent.
Because they are not psychologically stable.
They are not psychologically stable. Maybe you had a problem at home, or you had a problem with somebody somewhere. You go to class and you to transfer that aggression to a student and to a fellow colleague. Sometimes you see even the problem of this principal, they insult some of this child in front of the student. So it becomes very ridiculous. Those are some of the places where some of these children inherit some of these bad things. So the doctor here made mention of the places where some of these children grow. It is true, you have a lot of influence on it. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to control them, because there are some quarters, as you rarely mentioned, thought of here, that are sometimes very complicated. When you allow, but for all of the parents, we need to control your children. Avoid exposing them everywhere, because when you allow your children to playing everywhere, going to all side of places, they will learn a lot of bad things. You need to limit the children from the places that they are supposed to go. It is true that it's sometimes very difficult, but you need to try it by your own possible best to ensure that you avoid the children from going to some certain places.
696 787